Hi guys, so it's been a month, so I'm gonna do my monthly Catasetum update. Most of them are outside now. There are now 3 inside, but I'll like explain that now. So my Closia Russelliana, it woke up from its dormancy. It started pushing out new growth, and so did my Catasetum pileatum. I think those are 2 that were asleep last time. But this one, my Closia Russelliana, started rotting on one of its middle bulbs, so I divided it. And so now it's just these 2 bulbs and then 2 bulbs inside. And down there is its new growth. You can't really see it that much. But, so I'm just going to try and go through really quick and make this a short little video. But another thing before I start on most of the Catasetums is my Pseudopodium, which is this. I think it's done for because while it was rotting last time, now it started down here, and then this rot, which stopped for the longest time, is now creeping up. So I hope that Pseudopodiums are kind of like Catasetums in the way that with new growths can come out of like each of the little brackets, because if that is like that on Pseudopodiums too, then this one will probably still survive. But if it's not and they only come out at the base, it's probably not gonna be fine. But let's show you the Catasetums. So this one right here is my Cloesia Sandy Kastner crossed with Catasetum Jamie Lawson. Its new growth has shot up a lot, and it has some good new roots in there. This next one is my Moniara Millennium Magic Witchcraft. It looks like it honestly hasn't grown that much, but maybe it has. Its leaf span is really big now. Here's my hand, and there's the leaf span. It's continuing to shrivel, and a lot of its new roots have turned to this brown color, but I think they're still absorbing water, so I don't know. I came in here, it's now like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. There's ants in here now, which I don't actually do anything about the ants. I just leave them because the worst thing to do is eat the sticky sap off the Catasetums, and I'm fine with that. Now, the next one that I want to talk about is my Catasetum Pierre. Really big leaf span. I don't think it's grown very much since I got it. Then right here is my Fred Clarkiara After Dark Sunset Valley Orchids, which is the red-orange form. It has grown a lot of roots. Now you can't really see them down in there, but there's a lot in here, and the new growth has grown. So these 2 are the same plant, but it did something weird, so I divided it. So it started pushing out this new growth, right? And then it started pushing out this new growth, and the way that it was growing is this bulb was on top up here, and the 2 growths would have been growing over each other. Well, this one would have been growing on top of this one. So I divided them, and then this growth stopped growing, and this one continued to grow. So I hope that this one picks up soon, but if it doesn't, I don't know. But it'll probably be just fine. It'll push out another new growth because it's big enough to do that. And this is my SVO 7304 Rebecca Northern crossed with Mormodius hookeri. We've already talked about my Cloesia Russelliana, and I have more bits of it inside. 1 full bulb and 1 like half a bulb because it started rotting, as I said. I'll show you that. I'll show you the dormant bulbs still inside. I believe I have a Catasetum denticulatum, some Cloesia Russelliana, and 1 more. I forgot what it is. Right here is my Cycnoches. It's a Jeannie Monnier crossed with Cycnoches Richard Brandon. It's grown like a couple new roots, and it's also grown its new growth quite a lot. So I'm happy with that one. I'm happy with all of these actually. They've grown quite a lot for a month, and I'll take it. This one is my Dark Swan Bold Spots crossed with Cycnoches Richard Brandon. And this new growth has grown probably slower, but it has, 1 back bulb, so that makes sense. Now my Cloesia Grace Dunn right here, this one did something weird, and it started rotting one of its middle growths back here, so I divided it off. And since then, it hasn't really grown that much, and I hope that it continues to grow, but I don't know if it will. Also, it's been raining a lot, so I want to say there's mold on a lot of the skewers that I used to hold them up. and I think that's just from the like really high humidity with, you know, there's fans in here too, but I think they just get mold on them, and I don't know why, but I don't really think it's harming anything, so it's fine. Back here is my Fred Clarkia Enter Light. Its new growth is still pretty big, but it hasn't pushed out really that many roots, so I'm kind of worried for it. But I think it'll be fine at the end of the season. This is my Catasetum hat trick back here, and I'm really proud of it because this little dude is always a fighter, as I mentioned last time, and he's still pushing out that new growth. Actually, some pretty decent new roots down in there, so I'm proud of him. Even if he's taken a while, it's fine. So let's talk about the little seedlings up front. So this is my, this is a division off of my Fred Clarkia After Dark Sunset Valley Orchids. It started pushing out new growth, but it's so tiny I don't think you can see it. It's down there. This one is my Catasetum Rio Grande. It's giving me a nice little new growth there. This is my Catasetum Matosianum, giving me a nice little new growth there. This one I had to pull off of my Catasetum Melena's Daughter because it was, these three little bulbs are blocking the new growth from coming out. So I had to pull it off, and they're giving me a new growth, so that's really cool. And then, of course, my Galleandra Stangiana, still giving me a bloom. It never stops blooming, it seems like, but still no new growth. It keeps branching its blooms, so it's just always in bloom. And I kind of just want to cut the spike, but I won't, because it still has plenty of energy. Right here is my Mormodias lineata. It's giving me a good new growth with some new roots. This is my Catasetum tenebrosum, once again giving me a good new growth with just a couple roots, not that many really starting. This is my Rebecca Northern crossed with Catasetum styrhyoides. It's giving me a nice new growth this year too, with actually a lot of roots that you can't really see down in the bottom, but I promise you they're going down there. This is my Catasetum lucius. This skewer has a lot of mold on it. I don't know why this mold is forming, but it's not hurting anything from what I know. I mean, I get this a lot out here in the greenhouse, and nothing ever happens. Nothing just rots because of all the mold, so I think it's fine. Someone let me know if it's fine or not, but you know, I had it last year and nothing rotted because of mold or anything, so I'm assuming it's fine. And it's got roots going down there. As you can see, there's one. A lot of roots though, just most of them you can't really see, and its new growth has grown considerably compared to last month. This is my Catasetum Fangsheng, and you can't really see the roots down in there, but there are a lot of roots. You can see one right there. Yeah, but its new growth has grown a lot, and you know, this growth is really strong because it has 3 strong back bulbs, but I'm really proud of this one just because I don't know, I love seeing all the new growths, but like the ones that are just really strong from the start, you know, those really, they're great. This is my Catasetum Jumbo York. It actually is giving me a lot of roots. Now they're growing down into the media, but I'm really proud of it because it's giving me a lot of roots, as I've said. And its new growth has grown, I think, another leaf since I got it, so that's really cool. And this Catasetum pileatum back here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right there is the starting of a new growth at the base of that bulb. So I went ahead and potted it up. That's just what I do. As soon as I see a new growth, I pot it up. Back here is my Fred Clarkia After Dark SVO Black Pearl. It's not really that strong, but all of its new growths have never been that strong, but then it picks up at the end of the season. That's just what it does. I think that's just how it grows, but either way, it's still doing good. You know, it's just got a little bit tinier of a growth than what I'd like, but it's still gonna live, so it'll be fine. Now, this one, my Catasetum Melena's Daughter, is doing really good too. It's giving me a lot of new roots, which I'll move and show you them since they're up front. And its new growth has grown a lot. I'm sorry about all the focusing issues, but it's just a bit of a problem. I don't really know what to do with videos like these where I'm just showing you a lot of the plants, but yeah, that's all of them. And there's also some inside, which I'll just switch to really quick, but these are all the ones out here in the greenhouse, which they're loving it. Now I'm gonna turn back on the fans and go inside and show you those. These are all the Catasetums that are still inside. It's 3 and I'll pull them out and show you, but there aren't any new growths on them. I just put them in the little terrarium to boost the humidity. I think that actually did help because the two that were out there, the Catasetum, the Clausia russellianum and the Catasetum pileatum, had nothing on them, and like a week after being in here, they started pushing out new growths. Could be coincidence, could not be, but if it isn't, I think that's really cool that I can just, you know, start a new growth like that. But I'm gonna check these for new growths, and I'm gonna tell you their IDs. Okay, so these are the bits of my Clausia russellianum. See, the bottom of this bulb started rotting, so I had to cut it off. But it was like, this is the oldest bulb, then it was this bulb, and then there was another one there, and here was the new growth. So I had to take that off. But this back bulb right here is actually really healthy, and so is this one. It's just that I had to cut off all the rot. So hopefully I get a new growth from them. This is my Catasetum denticulatum, still nothing. Turned out also, I could have continued watering Catasetum denticulatum over the winter because they are considered lowland growers, meaning they have like rolls of fog every morning, so you can pretty much keep it like slightly moist all the time. Just be a little bit careful with it. So that's why this back bulb dried up, and there was another one too that dried up, so I didn't know that, but I should have watered. This one right here is my Clausia gray stun crossed with Catasetum dentigrianum, and it's just one bulb, and it hasn't done anything in a long time, but I'm still gonna keep it, just see if it does anything. If it does, well, that's good. But that's everything. Yeah, that's really everything that I have, all the Catasetums. I want to do an update on all of the plants sometime soon because they've gotten a lot healthier as they went out into the greenhouse. Bye guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.